What's going on, everybody? This is episode number 106 of Lakers Talk with Gerald. And look, it's been a minute. I haven't posted a podcast since when the Lakers lost to the first game of, to Portland. They lost that first game. And I did a podcast that night, and I was upset, of course, and I vented. But at the same time, I don't know if you guys remember, I said that I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried at all. And look, I proceeded to talk about it, but, I vented a little bit because, I am a passionate Laker fan, and as a passionate person in general, and a long time Lakers fan, over 30-something, 32, 33 years. That's what I do. I vent a little bit, when I'm passionate. I talk about it. And this is look, so this is the aftermath, right? The Lakers versus Portland series is over. The Lakers end up winning in 5 games. They won 4-1. I talked to people then and on Twitter, on Facebook, and there's a lot of people, friends, family, all that kind of stuff that was like, yeah, Lakers, oh man, they're in trouble now. And I said, look, we lost, but look, we had a terrible first game. We shot 15% from the 3-point line. That's not normal for us. And we barely lost that game. So, with that being said, we lose like that. Come on now. We got the game plan. We already figured out what we need to do. LeBron James, he's game planning. He's figuring out throughout the game. He's a super, super smart dude. And guess what? He's one of the greatest. You know what? I'm not even going to hold back. Top 2 greatest players of all time, if not the best. Arguably the best player of all time. Super smart basketball mind. He is a dominant force. And he understands how to take over a game. He understands the basketball sense. And when I say basketball sense, I mean he understands the little nuances, right? So throughout the game, he's picking up, and he's like a computer. He's kind of taking in all these little nuances of the game. And guess what? They lost, and you know what? I consider myself one of them people too, that I pick up all these little nuances of the game as I'm watching the game. And I saw, even though we lost to Portland, I picked up all these little things like, oh my goodness, wait, look, we got this. Because there was all these little things during the game that just showed we can take this team. We can take advantage of this. We can take advantage of that. We can just LeBron isolate this player. We can just do certain things, and we can have our way with this team. It's not about just getting a win. You don't demoralize the Lakers. Not when you have such a veteran team. Not when you have LeBron James. Not when you have Anthony Davis. Not when you have, all these veterans, man. You got Dwight Howard, man. You guys got Danny Green, who's won championships. We have so many veterans. And then what you guys don't understand is you have all these people that, they never won nothing on their own. They never won anything like Dwight Howard. He never won nothing on his own. When he was the alpha with Orlando, he made it to the finals and against the Lakers, and they lost. And he was a voyeur for a long time, going from team to team. He had all this talent. And you're like, why isn't he sticking? But guess what? You need a unique player. You need that alpha dog, great time player like LeBron James right there with the Lakers. And he brings out the best in everybody. He brings out everybody's max because they know All they got to do is play their role. All they got to do is be the best they can be. And the chips, are going to fall where they fall. All they know that they just got to be the best they can be. And LeBron is going to do the rest. LeBron is going to do the heavy lifting. LeBron is so supreme. And they know this. When you're around greatness, sometimes you might think it's crazy, right? There's times you might think you're an alpha dog. You might think you're like the max of the people you're around, and you're the best of the best, and everybody looks up to you. But when you get around that guy that you even know, you can't even say nothing. You're like, no, I know he is that guy. Everybody else falls in line. Everybody falls in line. They know LeBron James is that man. They know Anthony Davis is that dude also. But the thing is that LeBron James gives them all comfort to just be able to just be their best, be their max. They see this guy just in the gym, supreme shape at 35 years old, 17 years in the league. I mean, this guy he's been showing it every year of his career. He has been putting it all out there. And that, to me, is one of the best forms of leadership. They always talk about forms of leadership, right? And in leadership styles, there's so many different leadership styles. There really is. You can be a great leader. There's those type of leaders that demonstrative and they yell and they scream and they talk about you and they're going to belittle you throughout the game. And we've seen those types, and they were great. Michael Jordan, he was maybe one of those types. We saw from the Last Dance. He belittled his people. He talked about them. He did this. He wasn't one of those guys that, if you were doing bad, he got on you. And then Kobe kind of took that same game plan and kind of just mapped his life after Michael Jordan. And, he kind of did that too. You can even said he hit a player or two in practice. He was one of those guys that he was demonstrative at some points. He was never apologetic during those times. Later in his career, he softened up. After he retired, give or take, or the year of his retirement, or a year or two before that, he kind of softened up and became kind of like a very soft and kind guy and to the players. But before that, he was a very, hey, I'm going to take out your guts. I'm going to take out your lungs. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to win this game. No apologies at all. But I'm saying all this to say that LeBron James is a different type of leader. Michael Jordan was one of those ones that would just, like I said, he did his thing. He would show what it took, but he would also tear you down until you just either stepped up or you walked away. LeBron James is a different type of leader that will bring you up and lift you up. He will get on your ass, don't get me wrong, but he's going to also be your buddy, your homeboy. I'm going to lift you up. We're going to laugh, joke, do all these different things. I'm not going to tear you down for being yourself. You can be yourself around LeBron James, but you're also going to bring your best. And that's the thing about LeBron James. That's the type of leader that he is. He brings his best all the time, but he also can allow you to be yourself and also still demand the best of you. And that's what it is about LeBron James. And that's why I'm so confident about my team. I'm so confident about the Lakers' chances. And that's why I didn't worry about Portland in that series, because I saw all of that. Getting right back to what I was saying is LeBron James mapping them out. And, man, let's just talk about his stats, first of all. All right, during that series, LeBron James averaged a triple-double. I think it was, I'm not even quoting these stats, everybody. Look, I'm just coming off the top, These stats aren't going to be exactly right, but his stats were somewhere around 26, 27, 10, and 10. He averaged triple-double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Now, during the regular season, he didn't lead the Lakers in points per game. He didn't lead the Lakers in rebounds. He led them in assists. But during this series, he led them in rebounds and assists. I can't verify if he led them in points, but he was right there. So, Anthony Davis did his thing. Also, he averaged a great amount. I'm not going to quote it, but everybody, that's what I'm saying. The Lakers are that team. Do not, and everybody that's listening, please hear me. The Lakers are that team. LeBron is that dude. Anthony Davis, he's that guy. The rest of the team, yeah, we got what it takes. Don't underestimate us. Why did we dominate Portland? There's always going to be excuses. There's going to be, Dame Lillard got hurt. Yeah, but he didn't get hurt till the fourth game. And we were already up 3-1 at that point. Okay? And if he was so hurt, why did he finish out that fourth game? He got hurt in the third or fourth quarter, and he continued to play the rest of the game. And mind you, when he got hurt, we were up, give or take, about 30 points. So I don't think him getting hurt after we were up 30 points was going to make a difference. So if he was in the game and he did not get hurt. So, man, Lakers are that team. Stop underestimating us. Yes, Portland was a harder 8th seed than we could have faced. If we would have faced Memphis or something like that, we probably would have won in 4 games. We probably would have swept them. And not that I was worried, but it was more so like, hey, this is going to give us more of a challenge. All right, so now let's move on. All right, we're past Portland Trailblazers. Now let's talk about the next series. Let's talk about the second round. The Lakers are going to have one of the hardest paths to a finals. And I say that because we faced the Houston Rockets. All right, now Houston, they are a damn good team. I'm not going to lie. Out of all the teams we have to face, I am most worried about them. But when I say I'm the most worried about them, don't take my worry for fear. Don't take my worry for not believing. I believe we can beat the Houston Rockets. Yes, I definitely believe we can beat this team, but they give us the most trouble because they play a totally different type of ball, and they do got 2 great players. They got 2 dominant players. They got 2 former MVPs. They got some dudes that are dynamic. Now, the most dynamic of them all is James Harden. That dude is something else. That dude, he's so dynamic. He's good at, man, where do I start? The dude is great in a lot of areas, but the biggest thing is he's big at drawing fouls and 3-point shots as he's shooting, that kind of thing, right? And he's so great, from the free throw line. He's somewhere around 90%. He knocks down most of them, and he gets so many free throws. So he gets a lot of his points from the free throw line. So that's where I worry at. That kind of thing, right? We got an advantage in the height factor. We got Anthony Davis. We got Dwight Howard. We got LeBron James. We got JaVale McGee. But what they do is they play small ball. Small ball, they just bomb away at the 3-point line. They actually, I think they're somewhere in the top 3 of the most 3-point attempts in the league of all time. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a team that they don't have big people, but all they do is they bomb away, and keep bombing away from the 3-point line. And we're going to have to play the best perimeter defense that we've played for a series. And the great thing is, I know we can do it. I know we got it. And then at the other end of it, we got that man, LeBron James, that he's going to go to a whole nother level. He's going to activate that LeBron playoff James. He's already activated. He's already averaging a triple-double. He's already doing it so efficiently. I think he shot somewhere around 40% from the three-point line, over 50, 60% from field goals, triple-double. I mean, he's already showing you, like, signs of that. LeBron James is that dude. Everybody, look, I can't wait for this series to start. It's going to start tomorrow night, Friday night, I believe 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be on, everybody. Look, Lakers versus Rockets. This is the series that I think is going to be most anticipated. I think everybody that's counting the Lakers out, this is what's going to show you, hey, look, we got this. But look, it doesn't stop there. It's one series, and I'm not even going to look forward to the next series. It's the Clippers possibly after that, and then the finals. This is just the second round. We have the Houston Rockets, and I can't wait to see how we take care of business. I can't wait to see how we guard them. I can't wait to see how we game plan against them. And it's going to be a hell of a game. It really is. It's going to be a hell of a series. But everybody, look, Lakers in 6. All right? I don't know if you guys remember. I said Lakers in 5 against Portland. I called it. And I'm calling this one in 6. Houston, they're going to be a tough matchup, no doubt. But don't forget who we are. Look, we didn't have the second best record in the league, the first best in the Western Conference for no reason. We had it because we had that man, LeBron James. We had it because we had that other dude, Anthony Davis. We had it because we had a great supporting squad. And it's on. Everybody, that's going to do it. Lakers Talk with Gerald, episode 106. That's going to wrap it up. Check me out on all those different platforms, Spotify, Instagram, you know where to get me, YouTube. I'm officially out.